Oh. Alright, guys. Today, Dakota's story. The story behind Dakota. My little panda bear. My little panda. You may notice that there's a little string here. Tell about that a little bit. So, Dakota is the little teddy bear that one of my girlfriends from the yesteryears gave to me. And when this one female was in the Washington, D.C. area, she picked this up at a gift shop in the mall. And she named it after me, and she gave it to me when we were together. And on this little thing, she did a lot of calligraphy, and she put a little note on here, and it said, "I love you." Recently I found it and I lost it again, and I was really upset with myself when I lost it. And yeah, so what happened with this girl and I is that she lived 100 miles away, so you can see the problem with it. So that was a long distance relationship that I've had. Well, it wasn't really long distance when I dated her. I only dated her for a couple days, maybe 1 or 2 days. I don't know. But we had talked a lot for like 3 months, literally 18 hours a day on the phone, every day over the summer. And then by the time Warped Tour was coming up, Warped Tour. But by the time Warped Tour was coming up, she invited me to come stay at her house for like 3 days. And then I went and I stayed at her house, and first night, get to her house, we go walk around her town. Takes literally about 2 minutes, go around her town. I think her town was like Newcastle, or it's literally a mile away from, down the road from Auburn. So if you guys know where that's at, if you ever go up to Tahoe, and you'll probably go be like, okay, so here's Auburn, and here's you. And you'll be like, oh shit, it's Auburn, let's stop and eat here. Okay. So, she lives there, and then walking across the train tracks, and then we go to a trail behind her house, and we go, and then we see a meadow, and we go into the meadow, and we smoochy smooch, and then happy ever after. And the next day, when the Warped Tour was gonna be, it was gonna be a birthday, so we stayed up all night to midnight, and and then 12:01, I asked her to be my girlfriend, and she's like, yes. And then we go to bed, kiss her goodnight, go to bed, in separate rooms, obviously. And then next day, we go to Warped Tour, we do all these things at the Warped Tour, we're like, oh yes, moshing pitting, and Screamo! Just kidding, I don't fucking like Screamo. Yeah. So, we come back, do all our stuff, we got in and out, and then we come back to our house, and we fuck some shit up, and we have a good time with her brother. And, yeah, so we go to bed that night. I wake up, hug her, kiss her goodbye, and then I leave with my daddy, and I'm like, dude, driving in the car, really sad that I'm leaving. And then, what else? And then her best friend, Katie, calls me. She's like, hey, you, what's the haps? And I was like, hey, what's the haps? And she was like, you know that Taylor's been cheating on you? And I'm like, oh, no. And then, I called up Taylor, and I was like, is this true? And she's like, speechless. And I'm like, fuck vaginas, fuck your shit, fuck your couch, fuck all your shit. And then I broke up with her, and I miss her a lot, because she was amazing. And I just kind of fell over a little bit, fucking concussions, don't have my balance, but yeah, so I miss her, and that's the story behind Dakota. And try to find her little note. Haven't decided if it's a boy or a girl after a couple months. It's been over a year now. This all happened last August, so it's been over a year. And I've decided, because if I decide that it's a boy, I'll be hella homosexual because I've slept in the same bed with this thingy majority of my time. And then if I decide it's a girl, I've been cheating on someone. But we're broken up now, so it doesn't really matter. But, yeah. Say goodbye. Good boy, guys. Follow, subscribe, and all those things, because that'll be amazing, and Dakota will be so happy. And my fucking accent's terrible, but bye-bye.